guys, how's it going? And today I'm going to drag race the Suicide MX-3. I'm gonna see what she's got. I've got pump fuel in it right now, but right now it's at 550 horsepower. It made that on pump fuel, and it is insane at 550. Absolutely insane. I drove the thing with E85 on the street and things got rowdy way too quick, so I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna try pump fuel first, see what happens. I think it'll run a 10 on pump fuel. Let's see what happens. I'm really excited. I'm having the boost ramp in, timing ramp in, because I have my slicks on. I don't want it to wheelie. I don't know what it's gonna do. It could wheelie. This thing literally has well over enough power to wheelie the heck out of this thing. So I gotta be careful. Let's get it. Yo, I'm pretty nervous. This thing is rowdy. Like this car is the fastest it's ever been. And I haven't even really felt the true power because I haven't been able to put it down. So I had an issue before with not having enough power, and I had so much traction. But now, because it was rear engine, rear wheel drive, so the weight was there, so it was great. It always hooked and everything. But now I'm overpowered, so I'm backtracking to no traction and going from there. And it's just gonna be insane. Let's see what happens here. I'm at 60% duty, so literally 60% of the capabilities of the engine on pump gas. E85 is another 30%. So let's see what happens. Yeah.
Next time you know when that shit breaks down, just go over there.
Thanks, bro.
What was your best time?
That was 11.6 there.
I told you it was 11.
That was an 11.6 at 130 miles an hour. So we're starting to cook again. My 60 foot was a 1.9. That's pretty good. It seems like every time I shift gears, it's bogging a bit. So I need to add boost when I'm actually coming out of a shift. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. That was a moving pass. That was, let's go. We got places to be pass. Oh, my best mile an hour yet. That was 11.4, almost my best quarter mile. And the mile an hour is 134.3. So that is gnarly. We're getting somewhere. Wow, bro. 134 miles an hour. 60 foot was 1.9. See what happens. done for the day. Nothing broke. It ran excellent. I'm definitely registering some knock, I think. That time it didn't pick it up, but I can hear it. I took out 2 degrees in between the last pass and this one, so but that is 100% my last pass. Nothing's broken, it's running perfectly fine, and that is pretty much all I can get on pump gas. Like, I'm pinging, I'm knocking, that's the max boost I can run. Yo, 11.2, and I let off before the end, and I'm only on pump gas, so I'm literally 30% less power. This thing is crazy, man. So I had to let off in the top end because I could hear the engine knocking because I'm on pump fuel and I'm maxed out, like 35 PSI, so I could literally hear it knocking. So I didn't want to kill the engine because the last pass I did before that, I could hear it all of 4th gear kind of just a little. It sounded like marbles in a jar. And basically I'm like, okay, I need to get the 10. Went back, but I took out 2 degrees and it was still knocking a bit, so I let out of it. But if I stayed in that pass, it would have made it. So that was 128 miles an hour compared to the pass before that was 135, and this was an 11.2. So I'm so close to just running a 10 on pump gas. With E85, it'll do it, no doubt, bro. It's literally another 200 horsepower. So this thing runs mint. A little pinging is okay because I got built stuff, right? But I don't want to do that too much. I might have even damaged a plug, but it's running absolutely fine. That was on very low timing, but high boost, right? This thing is insane. I'm at the threshold. I basically figured out that I can't go over like 29 PSI on pump fuel, or it doesn't like it. It's simple as that. But the thing is sick, man. I'm having trouble getting it to launch. I was getting decent launches, 1.9s, but I should be able to get like 1.4s or 1.3s. So it is a cold night, so it wasn't sticky and stuff, but like nothing broke. Every time I used these slicks before, it would break. It was like really, 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 really good. So I'm pumped. All right, guys, what a great night. Sorry it was dark. I'm gonna have to come back and run a 10. Simple as that. I'm right there. All right, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Buy some merch. Okay, so I'm done for the night. It actually ended up working out because we first got to the track and they weren't printing slips. So the first slip I didn't get because the actual like track was messed up. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 here. I might have lost 1 or 2 because they were slow, but the good ones were good. After I got the car turned up a bit because I didn't want to have it kind of get away on me because it's making so much power. Like at these power levels you have to be careful because you'll hit the wall or do a wheelie when you don't want to do a wheelie. And I do want to do a wheelie, but not today. So my best quarter mile time was 11.2 right here. 11.2 at 128, which is cooking it. So the last 2 passes were the best. The second last pass, I went down the track and I was in 4th gear flooring it. And I was at like 34 pounds of boost with pump gas. This has been pump gas all day. And I could hear like a little bit of knock going on. And I stayed in it. And that's when I ran 135 miles an hour because I stayed in it, but it was an 11.39 because my start wasn't so good. So like the launch wasn't the best, the second gear pull wasn't the best because I had a whole bunch of boost pulled out of that gear. But then it was climbing on the time when it was time to close the track, and I'm like, hey, I need to do this now if I'm gonna do it. Since it knocked on this one that did 135 miles an hour, I took out 2 degrees up where it was knocking, and I'm like, I'm just gonna send it. So I turned up the launch a little bit, turned up the boost in the low gears a bit, and hammered down. So I went 1st gear, 2nd gear, 3rd gear, 4th gear, and it started knocking a bit again, and I'm like, I'm letting out. I'm not gonna hurt the engine. So I let out, and that was the 11.2. It was on the way to do a 10. and I let out of it. So like I said, the pass before did 135 miles an hour, and the last one, which would have been the 10, it was 11.2, was 128 miles an hour. So I let off way before the end of the track, but to save the engine, it was knocking a bit. I'm gonna tighten up my knock parameters just a little bit so it turns on the actual knock retard quicker, because I did hear knock on the last pass and it didn't register in the computer. I'm very close with that stuff, but engine runs fine. So I'm obviously gonna inspect the inside, like take out the plugs and everything, but it's running absolutely fine. Seems like compression's perfectly fine. So we're good there, which would have been a 10, but it didn't end up to be a 10 because I'm a dummy. I should have stayed in it, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm getting smarter. I saved the motor probably, but it's almost a 10 on pump gas, and with the 85, it's another 200 horsepower. It's gonna easily get a 10. I just need to put E85 in it and run it. It would have done it tonight. I brought E85, but I didn't want to pressure things into putting all this power down and potentially doing a wheelie in the dark. So I'm not ready for E85 yet. I will next time I come to the track. Baby steps rather than put it into the wall and right off the car or get hurt. So come on guys, this is my personal best with one engine, 11.2, 135 miles an hour. Just for reference point, in an automatic car, 135 miles an hour is a 9-second pass, a high 9. So this car is making some serious power, and it's gonna do 140 miles an hour with E85, which is nuts. All right guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.